Welcome, welcome, welcome. Timberland rocking out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Back with another limited edition. Another episode. Broadcast Beats. Coming to you live. Ty Ali. 130 Dirty Clean. And we got
202 Kryptonite.
Yes, sir. We got another good one for y'all, man. We got a special guest today. We're gonna let him introduce himself when he comes on. We're gonna kick off the show. We started off that nice Timberland clip. My man's was rocking out, man. That's one of the legends. And without further ado, man, let's get into the show, man.
What's
Yes,
up?
sir. Yes, sir.
What's up? I can introduce myself now.
Yeah, go ahead. Let him know.
So I'm Zoe Dash from PG County, Maryland. I'm a recording artist and writer. Just living my life, man.
Heard you, man. And man, it's good to meet you. Good to finally get with you on this platform. You know, it's been a minute. We've been trying to get it together, but we finally got you.
Nah, I appreciate y'all for real.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, man. So it's good to see you, man. For one, can you tell the fans where you from? To start off?
Again, from PG County, Maryland.
PG County, Maryland.
Yeah, all black county in Maryland represent.
Hey, nice. And how long have you been making music for?
To be honest, I started my career January 2022. I can remember that from like just me stepping first time in the studio and taking it serious. How it was, dropping music around January 2022. So like I can never forget that year because that's where it like started.
Nice. And what can I ask was your inspiration to start making music?
Honestly, during the COVID, not even COVID year, but me in college, starting in 2019, I was watching a lot of documentaries like J. Cole documentary, For Your Eyes Only. That was one of the biggest inspirations to myself because watching that kind of gave me an understanding of what I really not wanted to do, but what I enjoy. And that was just music in general. I can go way back, in like, childhood years before, just listening to music and stuff like that. It all added up sooner or later when I started like learning how to write a little bit better and paraphrasing words and not, you know, having a repetition of things, all letting it all blend together.
Okay, nice. Crip, you got anything for him?
Yeah, so can you tell us about how you decided on your stage name?
Stage name, that's funny because as I told y'all before, Roscoe Dash, like, so my name is my middle name is Lorenzo, right? So I just took out that Loren, just put the Zo, and then put the dash to add to it, just because I'm like how much I just be moving. I'm always moving,
Hmm.
always doing something. I really can't stand still, but I'm always on the dash, so I kind of just let that stick with me.
Nice, nice. And all right. So, quick, we got anything? Any other questions for him?
Uh, we can save that for after beat of the week. We really gonna get
Okay,
deep.
okay, nice, nice. All right, all right. So we coming back to artists. We coming back to the artist of the week after beat of the week.
Yeah, I
All
think
right,
so.
all right. That's a plan. That's a plan. All right, let's get into beat of the week, and then we'll come back to Zoe Dash and hear some of his
Yes,
music.
sir.
All right, get into it.
Kryptonite is my kryptonite. Is my kryptonite.
Oh, this a vibe. Look. That was tough.
Appreciate you, man.
This is my shit. Hold on. Uh,
Ooh. Hmm. That sounded like Zodash right there.
time note.
Hmm.
All right.
Cause
That sounded
I
like
like
the
that.
unreleased joint you let me hear on the way to Dreamville, bro.
Which one was that?
It was after you played the collab with your friend.
Oh yeah, shout out Ice. But yeah, I think I'm dropping one of my unreleased very soon, like next month. If we speaking of unreleased, I got too much unreleased I'm holding up to because I was worried about an album, but now it's like
Right.
I'm on the singles. Like that's really
Yeah.
what focus like. And so yeah, if we talking about, I think I know what you're talking about. Definitely. I think I sent that. Hope I did, but if I haven't, I definitely let y'all tune into that soon. So y'all can definitely link in with me with that. I can send that to you. Y'all
I said,
can
but
give it a listen, definitely.
For sure. Hey, so well, like, what's it looking like in terms of like upcoming projects for you?
Upcoming projects is funny. All I've been doing was writing. Like, so last time I recorded was probably 2 months ago. I had at least 3 songs lined up, and I kind of listened to like two of them and already took them off. Like, not posting, not releasing, because I didn't feel like they, you know, filled my expectations of what I wanted. And that's where I got to like a moment of let me just take a break and chill, because I felt like I just started writing little like BS stuff that didn't make sense, things that really I didn't feel like sounded good on how I deliver. So I would freeze myself, and I have to stop doing that, like freezing myself so much to the point where I get into self doubt. And that's where I wonder, like, I don't want no other artists to get in that self doubt phase when they get in that writer's block. Some people self doubt themselves and say forget that, because at the end of the day, it's like they don't know if they can finish that song or continue with the song, or they're gonna write extra BS on that song. So then you try to figure out that little part, and that's what I was trying to do at that point: figure out the little parts of what I'm writing. So I sat down at least every day now, try to learn how to read more books and get more sentences and stuff like that. Better vocabulary words is what I'm trying to say, but get better vocabulary, because I'm very like stick to my head, like, oh, I don't know too many words. I don't want to keep saying the same stuff in the songs. And then I had to have an understanding of what this word is and why I'm saying it in this lyric. I think very deep on that. So it's been hard for me to, go and make a song, because I feel like I need that song to be it. But at this point, I just been writing and enjoying that now. So I will be recording soon. I've been talking next week about recording. So it's just like I'm holding myself back from stuff too much, and then I don't get to it. I might as well do it now. So I just been honestly in a writing journey,
Mm,
and I can honestly
yeah,
say
that
I have
makes
written more enough to now know I could make an album if I want to. I can make 2 albums if I want to, because I've written that much.
yeah, that definitely. I could definitely relate to that as an artist and a producer. Just trying to find your pocket, trying to find your zone. It's like
Right.
it could be ups and downs with it, and knowing like which way you want to go, and just having something to talk about. It could be a little bit of a mind trick at times, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But you just gotta stick with it. You're gonna figure it out. Stay in your best energy. Try to keep your confidence up. Try to keep your swag up. And you're gonna find something. You gotta stay on it. But yeah, I definitely relate to what you said.
one thing I think
Yeah.
to add on to what you were just saying, bro.
Right.
One thing that I think differs between the production side of music and the songwriter side of music is that it's definitely when it comes to writing songs, it's a little bit more pressure to not sound whack. You know, some with a beat, if a beat is off, like a beginner, you could just learn to tighten up your arrangement. The creativity aspect is still there when it comes to beats, but when it comes to songwriting, bro, like it's pretty much hit or miss. And so it's basically like it seems like you basically took time off to live life a little bit, perfect and just hone your craft before you just get back in the booth to really make sure that the next time you even touch a mic, pause, is like it's like you only giving quality, and that's what I think. Especially in this era of where a lot of music and just things in general in life nowadays seems rushed. Even dating, everything, bro. It's like is I feel like it's good to that you know the importance of taking your time to make sure that something is right.
Yeah. And everything was not a race.
Exactly.
It's not a race, because, shoot, I be trying to figure out, oh, okay, when people write, how do they write when they in their good days? You know what I'm saying? What are they
Mhm.
writing about in their good days? What am I writing about in my good days? And I tend not to really write about that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't tend to try to write about my bad days. I try to write stuff that's just relatable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to rush that, phase of what's relatable and, try to make something quick. You know what I'm saying? It got to be relatable to you still. So yeah, you gotta take that time. You're not in a race, and then you don't want to look at the other artists and see what they're doing because you're at your canvas, not his. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a good trait. Like that's one thing I do focus on art. Boom, this is my canvas. I'm still painting this picture right here. This guy has a whole different vision. Why am I focused on his vision while he's painting that canvas right there, and I haven't finished mine? Because I'm still looking over there, and it's like, all right. That's what I meant. Taking that time right there to myself and, writing and enjoying it. And then, also loving yourself at the end of the day. People don't do that. Men don't do that too much. You know what I'm saying? Just take that time to appreciate themselves and embrace, that personality they have. That's why I kind of like speak on be yourself. Be yourself because you don't have to try to infiltrate something you're not or go and follow somebody else's lifestyle because you don't live that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? That's not you. It's not, and it's, it don't have to be street. I'm not talking street related. I'm just saying like any morality that you have, stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Stick to your morals and what you believe in. Just because he's not, a Christian doesn't mean you have to step off and not be a Christian and hang out with that person. Stick to your morals and beliefs. That's just an example, though. I'm sorry.
For sure. Hey, another thing, bro. Remember when you let me hear some of your music on the trip? I was saying like it sounded like you really got a sound for talking to the ladies, man. Like I definitely still urge you from me as your brother, man. Like definitely urge you, definitely just keep expanding. Like, I think that was one of the main things that you was telling me when you were showing me your music a couple weeks ago, bro. Is like you said you trying to broaden your horizons, try different things. Like you had a couple joints where it had like some new edition samples or something like that, James Brown or whatever. Like definitely, I definitely am always for spreading your wings and seeing what you really can do, man. Even if you decide to do like punk rock, bro. Like I think for me as your family, man. Like I definitely like keep going, bro. Keep going. Believe in yourself. Keep that confidence. Keep that free spirit.
Appreciate
I
that.
believe
Much
in you, bro.
appreciated. I like how you said the samples and stuff too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Like
that's what it
any
is.
samples, like your songwriting, like rap artists back in the day, bro. Like even the Fugees, like they made a whole song called "I Got the Vocab," bro. Like I respect that. Like that's one thing that might be missing from a lot of people's pen game, man. And also the feel good music. Like I think you were touching on that a tad bit too. Like
That's funny,
Triple
yeah.
H been telling us like like feel good music is missing too. Like you could be the guy that blows up from making a feel good music for the cookout. You know what I'm saying? Like it's summertime. Like
Um, that's
yeah.
definitely that's funny, yeah, because you always will hear people say you don't really hear a lot of stuff when people like pour their heart out. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
feelings. You know what I mean? You're not a simp for like expressing how you feel when you write this. With your pen and pad. So don't
Mm-hmm.
be ashamed of doing what you feel like. Embrace it. That's what I'm saying. Be you. If that's how you feel,
Mm-hmm.
if you have that sensitive. I'm not saying sensitive like people are sensitive. You have that sensitive touch. That you feel like you want to embrace. Go do that. Nobody's holding you back but yourself. And that's why I
Exactly.
feel like, I'm holding myself back because I might be nervous on how I might bring out my personality. You know what I'm saying? I never really fully bring out my personality because I don't feel comfortable with it. But later on, bro, gotta get comfortable with it. Nobody else is stopping you from doing what you want to do. It's just who you surround yourself with and how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
put yourself around the right people. You know what I'm saying? You get the right energy if you want. But don't sit and complain sometimes on how you feel or you might be overstimulated sometimes. Just be yourself. Embrace it. You know what I'm saying?
So I think
Oh,
me and to add on to that, bro, me and our boy Forever Supreme were talking one time, and we got to talking about how it's not always about trying to appeal to what's popular. Sometimes if you feel like if you got something that's different, you just gotta try to make people like that because people going like this the song I was gonna clean my room but then I got high like that.
yeah.
Like, you can't sometimes you can't be afraid to take a risk.
Yeah, and that's how he felt, right? That's like, I feel that way. Okay, I'm gonna record it, cause now it's like I caught on to something. That's how you catch on to something. It's like it's in your head, that light bulb comes on, ding, and then you wake up in the morning, and then I got high. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would
Exactly.
think about that? You know what I'm saying? And a
Exactly.
song don't gotta be like perfect, but it gotta have some type of feeling. Like, it's funny. I was listening to Inevitable, J. Cole series audio, and he was talking about through that process, like when he was making Born Sinners, it didn't feel the same way on how he made feel the same way as when he made 2014 Forest Hill Drive. That was like probably his most funnest album he made, because in Born Center it felt like he had to stand out some way. He had to prove something to the world still at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't getting, I think, the accreditation he felt was deserved when he was signed under Jay-Z around that time. I don't know, but when he made Forest Hill Drive, he spoke on, like, how when he started growing his hair out, he didn't care too much on what other people thought. And again, it sounds cliche, staying off the social media and stuff, but like him sticking to it, it's not a lot of people who have a discipline to stay off the social media. Like me, I'ma still scroll. I waste my time scrolling all day, but it's the truth. But you sit down and take that time and actually like make music you want to make because you feel it, like do the vocals you want to do because you feel it, and not have to listen to other people. That's what makes it beautiful about being an independent artist. You get to, make your own sound. You're in the room by yourself. You can go to any studio and do how you feel. Because opinions still matter to people. And of course, it might matter to me and it might matter to y'all too. But sometimes we got to say, fuck it.
Yeah, everybody care about opinions to a degree. It's just about how you let it govern your actions. You just can't
Right.
let it control you, you know.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, because, shoot, probably back then, with a rational thinking, I probably still be thinking too deep into it, or what that voice said, and it might sit in my head still. But again, we just got to say, fuck it. Excuse me.
Right. Hey, let's get into the first one of your first joints. The first song for artist of the week.
Yes,
So
sir.
Dash.
Ready for that.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, we got a message from Shaquana. It's my mom. She said there's a cool new Netflix series on. There's a cool new Netflix series on called Forever, showing a young black man being himself, showing his fullness and emotions. He's being himself and staying true to him.
That is true. Shout out Justin.
You said shout out Justin?
Yeah, that's the character on the show. I actually watched that joint, not too long ago.
Yeah, I gotta
it's
watch
still
that.
top 10 on Netflix. That's actually all,
What's that?
That's a great show. And I recommend everybody
Right.
should watch that.
All right, let's get into the first song though. Zo Dash.
I'm ready, man. I'm
Yes,
ready.
sir.
Let me keep a fire extinguisher near my laptop, man.
Somebody's gotta win. Somebody's gotta lose. Somebody's got to pay
Yeah, we talk about that day when you went out of state, how I felt, had to change my old ways. Don't wanna go around hurting myself, but I'm feeling the way I can't sleep through this pain. Yeah, a lot on my mind, but I'm locked in with God, he the only one keeping me safe. Can you take me away? I don't wanna be sick, so I gotta just stay in my lane. Girl, you got a hold on me, got me singing Jodeci. Never see the hole in me, but you keep controlling me. I just wanna slowly sleep, gotta keep my soul in me. Never see the hole in me, all a nigga want was peace. I'm switching through lanes, gotta stay fast to this game when I'm deep in the pain. Gotta find me a key to the west, I'm manifesting, but they keep trying to reach for a saint. Asking questions, I ain't know who was telling. Sent the message, I was trying so my pride. Gotta show my love, but I cannot express. When I visions your great February, man, that shit was depressing. I'm not good with this talking, I'm not trying to press it. I'm just trying to say that you looking so precious. Let's just take a little walk on the water, no stress. I just wanna lay back in the bed while we sexing. I know I'm attached in the head, there's no question. Sending love letters just to feel present. I'm a holy soul, but they won't feel my bless. Trying to find me a way, but I gotta keep stepping. I was talking to Pop on the deck about them checking. I don't wanna be worried about my mama stressing. I just wanted my sister to learn from the best. All I wanted was love, but I'm losing affection. I just can't get enough, I just want you for breath. I'm just trying to put mud in the paint, keep them guessing. Just trying to show love, but this fake shit ain't pleasant. I'm just tired of this shit, so I'm shooting like Stephen. I'm just tired of this living, this shit get explicit. I just wanted you to come home. Can you walk on my soul, cause this shit getting old. I just wanted somebody to know. Now I'm lost in my zone, thinking about how you gon' reminisce and you singing love songs. I just want you to know that you got me on hold. I don't wanna see you hurt no more. Girl, you got a hold on me. Got me singing Jodeci. Never see the hole in me, but you keep controlling me. I just wanna slowly sleep. Gotta keep my soul in me. Never see the hole in me. All a nigga want was about a week ago. I felt the flow. Don't wanna love no more. Can I keep a secret though? I wanna go. Let's take a flight over the coast. Can I take you on the road? Don't gotta show. How would you feel on your own? I guess I gotta go. They'll never know how cold the world will flow. Yeah, you got me leaning. Got the world fiending. Got me almost beaming. Losing self-esteem. God set me free. I just want me a little bit of peace. I don't wanna be broke, but I see that I gotta step forward and lean. I'm a young holy king, that's on me. Girl, you got a hold on me. Got me singing Jodeci. Girl, you got a hold on me. Got me singing Jodeci. Girl, you got a hold on me. Got me singing Jodeci. Never see the hole in me. All a nigga want was peace.
Got the people in the crowd jamming like shit. Some baddies in there too. Huh?
That's funny.
Man, that was
All right.
all right. That was hard.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Stop playing with my brother, man. Give him his flowers while he's still here. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was actually that was the
That was
first
tough.
album. Appreciate it. I appreciate that. That was actually my first album. Like when when we talk about January 2022, it was like that's funny. When I made all them songs, that stuff just came out like all and like song after song after song. I started all on the iPad and was writing them songs and doing that on the iPad, and then went to an actual studio and did that. So when I listened to them, I actually like that joint because it's a progress album, and I feel now from what I heard before in January 2022, like I said, January 2022 to now. Um, to where I am, not even as an artist, but just as a person. I think it kind of holds a lot because I listen to that song and I can't forget, like that's probably like my favorite song out that album, other than "Living with No Hope." And that song, honestly, that was one when I remember like, all right, this songwriting stuff is fun because I'm sitting there writing them like had a lock in with God. I'm writing stuff that I felt like was relatable to people. But I was probably going through in that little span, like in that album, I'm probably going through something in that little span. And it wasn't like, oh, something so detrimental to my life. But I end up writing something out of it to like, just like I say, embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it was no hard feelings as writing this. It was like a lesson. And I hope people listen to this and enjoy this lesson. You know what I'm saying? So every song I wrote on it is relatable to a person. And it was some little life trace in there that had like something to do with me, but it has something to do with almost everybody. Just like when people watch Forever, them life traits in that show have something to do with somebody else, maybe.
Got a comment from Shaquana. She said, "I like your emotion and vulnerability and the track."
I appreciate that. I appreciate it, and that's what I'm saying. You want actually give a feeling to, like, when you listen to these songs. Like when I listen to that beat, I honestly felt like no depression, but you feel sad. You actually feel that. You feel the pain. Like now I'm writing it, like I feel the song. That's like when I wrote it, I was like, dang, I feel this. You know what I'm saying? I can go in the studio confidently and say I felt this song. And I wish
Nah,
I could go back and do it again, like, and like just remaster it. Like that's how fun the making that song was, though, cause like that was something I really felt at that time. I was like, dang, I really could do this. It's not that hard after all. Like, and again, self doubt was real, but like making that song honestly did give me some real hope. I'm like, shoot, this is nice.
so I
That
got a
song,
question for you, bro.
Yeah.
Um, so what would you say are some of your short-term goals? Like you could say maybe 1, 2, or 3 years.
We talk music, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Or anything, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
All of
no,
the
like, well, short term, if I'm being realistic, short term, I don't have, like, I only had one visual. Um, that person who made the visual, she did a great job. Rest in peace. But that visual right there was for Coyote Creek. I'm definitely gonna send that to y'all, but I want to do way more now, like visuals. And I'm now at that point where I'm starting to be way more too independent. Not saying that I won't need nobody's help, but I want to do some video production myself if I can
Mhm.
and learn how to do it, master it. Like again, I did go to college for mass communications. Like I worked in TV production classes and stuff like that. So it wasn't like I'm leaving with no experience and not knowing how to do this stuff. It's like, shoot. Imagine me being an artist, being able to do video production. Like, shoot, I'm not trying to be a producer, or I'm trying to make beats. But if I can make my own videos, it wouldn't hurt to, because I'm trying to still make a different creativity. So that's like a short term goal right there. Another one would be to drop this year in 2025 at least 10 singles.
10 singles?
10 singles. It's
Hmm.
possible too. 10 singles, and I'm not gonna make it hard to the point where, yeah, I'm probably procrastinating it now, but as we speak, I have 10 songs I can drop. I just want very precise on how I want to drop it and how I should. And then other than that, I don't really have too many short-term goals when it comes to music, other than, just being a good person in life, with my running and stuff like that. That's like
Mhm.
hobbies, winning as many races as possible when I'm doing like marathons, 5Ks, anything, just being my best at it.
was completing this song therapy for you, and what were you going through at that time?
Wow, that's crazy. I like that question. So, yeah, that was therapy. I can say that's because I wouldn't go to a therapist and talk to them. So, completing that song was therapy, knowing that it was a full, complete song. And as I was going through it, was the last second question again? My fault. I want to answer the second question too, and not just the first. So, what were you going through at that time? Bruh, the typical, girl stuff you don't want to get over, bruh. You might have liked her too much.
uh,
I don't want to get too into detail, but like, just this is a girl stuff, bruh. Match it with women, bruh. You get too tangled in, but don't ever, you know, I would say lock your head into life more and focus on your priorities. Cause I was going through something I shouldn't have never went through at all. And now I know, okay, don't go through it again. So I let it like just go. Cause I put myself into something I didn't need to be in.
okay, what was that? We had a comment from Deja, I think, on Facebook.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. The top 100 countdown bass shows.
Yeah.
That is fun to watch.
Zoe, it's actually a artist we used to go to school with named Zay Blaze. I've been keeping up with him on and off on TikTok and Instagram. He actually is has started directing some of his own music videos now too.
Oh, that's hard. See, I think self production is good too, because if you really have a vision of how you want your video and you know it already, why would you need a director to direct something you already vision?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got two totally different visions sometimes, and like when you try to, infuse your vision into somebody that you paid to do a vision, it don't really like add up. It's kind of a waste. Like no disrespect to any videographer, because there's great videographers out here. But I mean, let me just say this: if you can do it yourself, don't waste time into like trying to invest in money you don't need to invest in, and save it.
Right.
No, that's true. That's definitely true, Deja.
Yeah, therapy needs to be normalized in our community.
Got some real engagement going on right now. Okay.
Yeah, that is real.
Okay. Shout out to Deja.
Yeah, that's my sister, man. She had a good comment with that. Yeah, I definitely agree. Therapy should be, more, embraced. I feel like, music is definitely therapy, but just therapy, period, because people go through things and
Yeah.
people kind of just brush it under the rug, and it needs to be released and expressed somehow. And there needs to be like avenues you can go to help alleviate whatever you're going through. So I definitely agree with what Deja's saying about therapy. But music is therapy for sure. Was that Too Toxic Person still backstage? Are there any more Zodash songs we could play?
Shoot, yeah.
All right, let's play the next song.
Let's get it.
I hope so.
Stay tuned for In These Streets and Producer Playbook. Coming up next.
Yeah, I thank you, girl, I'm just being honest. Can you fix my soul, cause I really want it. I don't want fuck with none of these hoes, cause I've been locked in with my ghost. Can you just give birth to my soul? But can I see you tomorrow? But can I see you tomorrow? Tomorrow. Can I see you tomorrow? Yeah, can I see you tomorrow? Yeah, can I see you tomorrow? Yeah, why you had to do me like that? Why you had to do me like that? Got a bitch asking for the Louis Gucci bag. You know a nigga never really got it like that. Too many fiends on my motherfucking ass. Try to say it's over, but I'm moving too fast. Fatty moving toes on the pedal, press the gas. Never really knew what niggas call me Joe Jackson. The dollars they moving too fast when I move to the north. But your heart is just give me a call, so I give you my all. I don't wanna be sore. Yeah, that girl, she got skinny jeans, so she try to get in between. All the times it was cold, but by any means, she would try to play extra clean, trying to fuck with my energy. But she killing me, I don't know if she feeling me. She just trying to get into me. I just wanna go down peace, but you never gon' feel the heat that you get to me. All my enemies, they were really trying to sit on me, so I had to just go repeat. If you feeling me, can I take the time just to see if I can see you tomorrow? If I can see you tomorrow. If I can see you tomorrow. If I can see you tomorrow. If I can get to tomorrow. I'm floating all the way to Monte Carlo. Can I get a chance to go inside your car? Can I just see you tomorrow? I just see that you wanted me to follow. Too many type of things in my heart I can't swallow. Don't wanna try to dog you, but I feel like you saying. Don't wanna get too loose inside your heart, it got me sinking. And I'm losing all your time, don't make me die, I'm really craving. So many things that make me wanna cry, but I can't even say it. Can I take you to the island? Want you shining in diamonds? I'll take 1,000,000 miles to fuse to fly you where it's private. I feel it's perfect timing. Don't wanna keep on downing on my options. Don't wanna let them keep on steady plotting. I feel like they've been watching. I really try to go. Don't act like you don't know. Always said I was with them bitches, I ain't no hoe. Pushing up to your heart, I don't wanna just fall. Can I ask you a question? If it's okay, can I just know? Can I see you tomorrow? Don't let me go. Can I fly up on a plane? Let's take a trip out to Dubai. Can I give you everything that's adding up to all this pain? Got a lot inside my mind, I try to go deep in this pain. Spend my money all on time, tryna chase me a little dime. And I'm sorry if you hurting, cause I'm losing all my slimes. And I'm trying to stay away from the demons I just faced, but they tag on my space and I just say, can I just see you tomorrow? Can I just see you tomorrow? Can I just see you tomorrow? Tomorrow. Can I just see you tomorrow? Yeah, I just see you tomorrow. Can I just see you tomorrow? Can I just see you tomorrow? Can I just see you tomorrow? Can I just see you tomorrow?
That was tough. That was hard. I felt that one too.
Yeah, that's another good one right there. That's like that's funny. It's like how you said mid-season, mid-season type style. You know what I'm saying? That was hype before the warm. I had the warm up. Nah, now I'm in mid-season. That song right there is probably like a second dime right there where I was writing, and I sat there. And probably took me a week to write that song, but I don't know how I found that instrumental and like it just clicked in my head to start off like that. Yeah, I'm thinking, girl, I just being honest. Can you fix myself? Because I think I was supposed to put that in that album, the first album, but I saved that. I actually just saved it on my iPad because I made it on my iPad and then took me time to actually go to a studio and write that. Not even write it, but go and record. And I remember that exact day when I was in the studio recording that. That was,
That joint was definitely hard.
yeah,
Sure.
that's like one of them ones. Like I would love to perform that like live. 'Cause I
Oh
know
yeah,
yeah,
almost like punk rock vibes in a sense, in a
yeah.
way, like or emo
I
slightly.
guess yeah, emo. If it's emo, shoot, whoever it touch, like again, it's just somebody got to relate to it at the end of the day. No matter how they hear or how they comprehend it, it's relatable.
Right. Is there any more Zodash joints to play, or is that it?
I, I think I got
Might be two more.
two more. Yeah.
Well, shoot, while we waiting for that joint, I had another wanted to follow up from talking about your goals, man. So what would you say, like long term now? Now we talking probably like 5, 6, maybe even 10 years down the road.
It's so many other, goals. Yeah, his life always changed. Like the next year, I might be thinking about something. This year, I'm thinking about something right now. I don't even be thinking about goals at this point. I'm just crossing off things on the bucket list. My bucket list look pretty nice.
For sure.
I never thought no like long term goals other than maybe buying a house. That's a long term goal. Or having
Okay.
acres. That's the only thing I think about. I can repeat on every year is having acres. Having that gym right over 5 feet away from my house, like a nice built-in home gym. But nothing really like special right now. It's probably because I just been locked into just working and stuff like that. So all I think is work. But I'm getting out to that phase where I gotta open up and expand my brain and figure out new goals and stuff. And figure out what I really want to do before I make it a goal and try to achieve it. You know what I'm saying?
You got yep,
Yeah,
yep.
that's it. Cause I'm not trying to just make goals and then I'm sitting there like I don't want to do it no more. I didn't like it then. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't very passionate for it. You gotta wake up in the morning with the goal and be passionate for it.
All right, we said we ready with the last song.
Of
Let's get
course,
into that last song before we go into in these streets.
of course, of course.
But that's some real stuff you said about your goals, though.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
So that
I could even learn how to love
like you. So dash. Wait. They say we ain't promised tomorrow. I had to get it today. I want more digital weight. Asking I'm scared of the change. No, I can never explain. Goddamn. Bringing my life to confusion. Never could groom. Give me some time to reduce. Shooting my shot like I'm Cupid. Mixing and moving. Nike just told me to do. Too many people inside of my space, can I be alone? I got a lot on my mouth with the speakerphone. She got a bottle of wine just to get it on. Pop in the back of her spine while the movie on. I'm thinking back about time when the school was on. Get me right back in my prime while the food was on. Wait. Carolina the heart, I script to this day. Take this little bitch on a date, ain't no time to be late. I got flowers, the month is it May. Say you a Christian, you must be a saint. Too many times I was telling my story, you never just listen. I knew it was a waste. All I just wanted was one wish, granted from me and this motherfucker take. Damn. I just wanna be honest, I'm not in my groove. She blowing a kiss to get back a little dude. I'm like, fuck all that shit, let's go back to the room. Life is a word of monopoly, no way of stopping me. Pockets get bigger from logging it. Popping these pills since they clocking me. This is a part of me, ain't no way out from the bottom of me. And it is what it is. Sending my profit right back to the kids. Time to get back on the top of the list. Sorry, I know I've been lost in the list. Patiently waiting for all of my wins. Wishing you did. Business is business, you know how it is. Sending a message to all of the men. Never give up on a possible bid. Stay on the come up, no crashing the bench. You get what you give. The pressure been hitting the back of my dome. Needed some help, but I did it alone. Back to the part when I needed a home. Mama and Papa right there all alone. Keeping the spot in my heart to the chrome. Fighting the play when I'm locked in my zone. Too many turns made me right on my wrongs, but this is the part when I'm in the zone. But I'ma keep going, giving my faith for the ones with no hope. All I just wanted was love, you adore. Keeping it pushing, but never no noise. The glory is ain't me coming tomorrow. I had to get it today. I want more digital weight. Asking I'm scared of the change. No, I can never explain. Bringing my life to confusion. Never could groom. Give me some time to reduce. Shooting my shot like I'm Cupid. Mixing and moving. Nike just told me to do. Too many people inside of my space, can I be alone? I got a lot on my mouth with the speakerphone. She got a bottle of wine just to get it on. Pop in the back of her spine while the movie on. I'm thinking back about time when the school was on. Get me right back in my prime while the food was on. Wait. Too many people inside of my space, can I be alone? Nike just told me to do it. So that.
I'm thinking back about time with the school was wrong. Give me right back in my prime with the food was wrong. Wait. I ain't had it end like that. I had it end, man. That's the ending. That's the ending right there. But
That was
that's
tough.
appreciate
My
that.
mom in the comments said she just said a prayer for you. Yeah.
Let me see. 10 goals or so, guys. You're in the compass. I just.
I had to read that out loud, bro.
You hear me?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So she said, appreciate it again, because I was just reading it quiet. I'm sorry. So she said, whether you live life with long-term goals or short-guided, my your inner compass, I just said a prayer to God to cover you, keep you safe, and bless you up in a successful young man. Wow.
Appreciate my dude.
Appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I'm sorry. I got quiet or something.
Appreciate
I read it.
Yeah,
I
man,
appreciate it.
we
Appreciate you, my
appreciate that.
dude. I really
Sure.
appreciate you.
So, yes. You seem like a reflective artist. What variety of songs are you daring to do as an artist?
Artist.
That's a good one.
That's a good question. So, I'm actually getting into I'm just doing straight rap songs right now. I hopped out, not doing too many melodic things. I got into more of a rap thing. So just like you heard in that last song, is how I've been kind of delivering songs. Making them like that. And that's how I feel though, cause this is what I want to do. Cause I don't feel as if I need to, pull my heart out. But now I'm kind of just speaking on how I feel and with my smooth voice and kind of delivering it out that way. And it's kind of like I want to be versatile still, so it's not leaving off just doing straight rap. But right now, this is what I kind of in the path to do. As I drop 10 singles, I might surprise you with something, a little jumpy or melodic. Definitely have a lot of features that have different sounds. So I hope, we can when I start dropping those, y'all can tune into those definitely.
That sounds good, bro.
Nah, that's sweet. We're gonna definitely tune in. We'll definitely tune in. Hey, we got any more though? You got one more, right? One more song?
If there one more song, yeah. I think I sent about five. I hope so. Four
All
or
right,
five.
let's play one more and then we get into any streets.
Oh, definitely. I think I might like the last one I sent.
I bet, yeah. Let's play that.
Yeah, we had Speed Chase, Holy Me, and Coyote Creek. I think those are the only three.
Oh, those are the only ones?
Yeah, I'm
All
looking at the
good.
email right now.
Man, I could have sent more. But it's all good, definitely.
Yep,
All
just
right,
those
cool,
three.
cool. Now those three songs is dope. But
Appreciate it.
let's get into the any streets, and then so we go get into producer playbook, and then go ahead and close it out.
Yes, sir.
We got a nice comment from Too Toxic says, "Limitless potential. Only way to go is up from here."
Shout
No
out to
doubt.
Toxic. Shout out to Toxic. I would have pulled up the jacket right now, but shout out to Toxic.
Oh snap! Okay, I'm about sick of that Doechii song. I lost respect for her after the thing she did on that little YouTube video.
Oh
She was talking
yeah.
about, yeah, I lost a little bit of respect for her, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey man, it's alright. I don't take too many things personal now at this point, bro. Everybody got their opinion on how they feel about things, so it's fine. She's still a good. I hope she do great things as an artist still, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even though she got like a different belief or whatever, or how she feels or her opinion, I hope she does great as an artist.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Still wish for black excellence, black success.
But I understand. Yeah. If you, yeah, definitely understand. But I, it is what it is.
Ariana Grande only got 7.3 views after 9 months.
That doesn't look like an official video.
Yeah, it's probably not her official channel, but it still somehow made some type of top 50 though.
Nah, it is crazy.
Tinashe crossed that line. I'm not sure. It might be a song I heard on TikTok, but it's not ringing a bell offhand. What else we got?
Yeah, Tyler still in the mix.
Tyler Bliss. No, I like that Tyler Bliss
Okay.
song. That song. That Tyler Bliss song.
I gotta listen to it. I don't listen to her, but I only heard one song if I'm being honest, and it's the one we probably all know.
She got
Don't we
some.
all?
She
Yeah,
got
nah,
some other songs.
she's
She got
very
some other
talented.
songs.
Yeah,
Got
she
some
does
other.
like what's her genre for real? Cause I don't want to say the wrong thing. Cause I didn't want to say like reggae music. She
No,
just
it's
Afro
like
like
beats
I think. Yeah, I feel like it's Afro beats.
Afro beats. Okay,
Afro beats.
or dance hall maybe?
Yeah, with the dance
Something
hall
like that.
vibes,
Yeah,
pop Afrobeat.
yeah, you could put that in the mix definitely. It's a ODU, Blame You, Trinidad
I didn't
Killer.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, I ain't
A
hear.
lot of these I ain't even. A lot of these I ain't even hear.
Yeah, we still Drake,
I gotta get
Darko,
back on my like. I gotta get back on my pop wave kind of Bow Wow
bro.
and Chris
Bow Wow
Brown.
and Chris Brown dropped. See, I didn't even know that. Mooney Long.
And that joint got 1.3 million. All right.
Nah, yeah, that's all right.
Mariah the
Mariah the Scientist
Scientist.
dropped
Yeah, that
2 weeks
joint was hard.
ago.
That
It
joint. No,
was.
that's all right. That's a good song. That's a cool song. It's a cool song.
Money
How
Long,
about a
It's
Joshua
just, it's just
Lorenzo,
hot.
Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, Slow Grind. Damn,
I ain't
they
hear that
that's
one.
some big. Have Justin Timberlake
Yeah.
and Beyonce ever really had many collabs like that?
I don't think they even had collabs in general. If I'm being honest with you, I don't remember that one. If I'm only features I know or collabs I know about what Beyonce, dang, it's kind of J Cole and her. That's the only one I'm honestly known. But I never seen like Justin Timberlake with Beyonce. It's probably the first time.
Hmm.
So
What's further down
yeah, to the end.
to the end of time?
Hmm.
To the end of time. Why is that ringing a bell? I'm not.
I'm definitely gonna listen to this playlist.
Why is that? Why does that sound familiar? That song. I recognize that song, but I just can't remember. Think of the lyric. I used to have like a whole.
Oh man, I'm about to look that up now because I think he bring him to the end of
Hmm.
time. Yeah, we too young now. Now I feel young, bruh. I am young, but dang, too young now.
Damn, Summer Walker got 17 million. Okay, she dropping on
Oh,
her
she
her whole
still go.
album. Hmm?
I gotta bump that.
Oh yeah, to
I
the
gotta,
end
I
of
gotta,
time.
I gotta, I gotta bump that Heart of a Woman. Yeah, that
Oh
Kendrick
yeah,
Lamar
yeah.
Luther.
Kendrick Luther. Okay, Luther still one of them ones like, oh Caesar, Scissor. I just
SZA.
said Caesar. Yeah, Scissor. My bad. 30 for 30. That's tough. Speaking of Kendrick and Scissor, y'all going to the concert?
When is it? When is that?
That's like June 16th, 17th, I believe. Tickets expensive.
Where's the concert? Where they concert at?
Oh, FedEx Field over Landover in Maryland.
See, I'm not in there. I'm all the way. I'm all the way
Oh,
upstate. I'm all the way in upstate New York. Landover, Maryland. Damn.
I thought you.
Landover, Maryland. That's a trip. He said
Yeah.
Landover, Maryland. That's a
FedEx,
nice pop. FedEx Field.
FedEx Field.
No, it's tough though. You go. So you going to that?
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm too late now. Well, maybe not too late, but I'm still kind of thinking. It's not till like next month, so we got time to think on it still. I'm waiting for like prices to drop too, but it's shoot. We got plenty more concerts to come. If I'm being honest with you, hopefully. Let me see. Playbook Cardi blast Kanye West for using sample without permission. So Cardi mad at Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not okay. Okay, okay. I mean, again, it's interesting when you read the title, but I be thinking about it. You know, really like I would look at this and just go on about my day because what does it have to do with me? But then it's interesting to a point where if I wanted to know, it was like okay, what was going on? If it was a video, okay, I'll see what's going on in the video. But the next day, okay, one thing I'll do is scroll up and go on about my day because
if I was either one of them, bro, I'd be like, we acting like suckers over this stupid ass sample. Like we like, bro, if they did a whole collab, like it's too much money to be made to be beefing, bro. Like with people like them, like come on, man.
It's when people don't get the point, bro. Everybody got ego still, and that's the hardest part about it all. That ego. Can two egos mesh well together or like crumble? And some crumble, and then you might have those two egos that work well, and have that generational run. But these guys, they both got different ego. One kind of just crazy but genius, and I don't know Cardi like that. But we seen Kanye enough to know that if they both going against head to head and they meeting in person for it, just not going to mess well. Not now. I think they had a relationship before. You know what I'm saying? Like not a good like musical friend relationship. So I think what they beefing now. Cause didn't they make music together? Didn't Kanye write his stuff? Like some of his songs? Or produce them?
I think
He
produced
produced them, right? Okay. My bad. So he
They've been working. They've been just working close throughout like the past like 5 years.
Yeah.
Ever since like Donda, Kanye been close, just working on music and stuff. But yeah,
Kanye.
all things is fair. Music and samples, so you
Right.
compare each other. I mean, if
Keep
one
the,
person, if it's rights to the sample, somebody sampling something, then you gotta respect the rights.
Right.
Somebody paying for a sample and then owning that version of the creative content of that, because the sample is already taken from something else. But it's like whoever, based on how it was flipped and the person that flipped it, whatever ownership they have of that content, you gotta respect that. But sometimes people don't even respect that. If they get an inspiration, they're like, "Oh, I gotta take it. I gotta flip it." Kanye. If he feel like he got to do it, he got to do it. So he'll take it on the chin if it means he got to, he got to get the sound that he wants. He needs it for a certain sound that he wants. So I'm not surprised about that. They'll work that out. That's rich celebrity music. That's rich celebrity artist stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
is Pierre Bourne finally dropping Made in Paris? They asking us, right? Man. Oh. That's like a train track. Basically all the stops, but this is his track list basically. So it look like Pierre Bourne back.
Pierre Bourne.
Hopefully this joint gonna be better. I mean, Life of Pierre 5 was all right, but I think his top joint was probably Life of Pierre 4. The joint he did with TM88 and back in 2021 was cool too. But as far as like, good movie too. But as far as like really having like something that like make you like, wow, this joint is bumping. Like he ain't really had too many, songs that like you could really play back multiple times, or too many projects more so to speak. As far as songwriting, production always fire, but songwriting, he could definitely step his game up a tad bit.
Let's see what it sound like.
Yeah, I hope it sounds good. I'm gonna tune in on that for sure.
Oh, definitely. He's one of my favorites of all time.
If the production gonna be good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. The production is, you can count on that, but just need him to step up his songwriting, bro, as a lyricist, or his pen game, whatever you want to call it.
It's funny. I one question: where would y'all put Jay Dilla? Y'all familiar with Jay Dilla, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where would y'all put him in y'all top 10 or 5? Even is he in y'all top 5?
Producers,
yeah.
He's technically not in my top 5.
Right.
But I hold him in high regard as a producer. I just hold him in high regard as a legendary hip hop producer, or just R&B. But he was primarily hip hop in the hip hop realm. He made his biggest impact in the hip hop genre. But he also did R&B. He did neo soul. He did a lot different types of sound lanes, if you want to say.
Right.
So he dipped into a lot of sound lanes. So I got respect for him. I definitely got respect for him.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. Long live, man.
Long live J.
Sure.
Dilla.
I don't know. Is he in your top 5? So
Honestly, if I don't have a big producer like top 10 category, but I will put him in my top 5 because I do listen to him at work a lot. So Far So Gone probably like my favorite song because I used to listen to Common, so that's how I got hit to J Dilla, honestly. Because listening to Common, that him and Common had that like LinkedIn relationship where they was making music. That was a duo at one point. I felt like, and I wasn't there to like witness it, but seeing it like through my college years, listening to Common and understanding who Jay Dilla was and how he impacted hip hop. Shoot, yeah, I put him in my top 3 if I could, because I don't have that huge producer lineup where I'm like, oh, I like this producer. I like the Nuja Beats too now. Like I just got hip to the Nuja Beats. Like I like Pharrell actually too. As a
you
producer
say
and
who? Who you said the
um,
new? Who you
Nuge.
say?
I didn't Nuja Beats. I gotta send you it one day. I'm gonna send it to Christian to show you.
It sounds familiar. I don't know.
Yeah,
You might.
it's like I think it's an Asian dude. I found out what he looked like. Excuse me, but somebody from Asian descent or whatever, wherever he's from. But it's like he's one of them dude. He makes beats. Like it was around the time when Jay Dillon was making beats. I gotta send you a Christian album to send you. Kryptonite. Fat Joe says Kendrick Lamar says it will be the greatest rapper singer duo ever. Y'all think so?
Man,
I don't know, bro. I'm not about to say all that. Like I don't think they a duo like that, bro. They made what? Not
I mean,
one
they
song.
got those two. They got a number
Yeah,
of
they
hits.
do. They do. Hold on. That Black Panther album was good too.
yeah,
Yeah. All the
They
stars.
just a good duo. They just a
Yeah,
good
they're a good
duo.
duo. They're a good duo. I'll give them. I had to think about it too. I can't take that away from them at all.
I'm just not.
I
It's just
like
I
Kanye.
like both of them individually,
Mm.
and I just think that the Luther joint and then the 30 for 30 are overrated.
Mm.
Just those 2 songs in particular, but I definitely, to be
Overplayed.
honest, I definitely like SZA.
I see why they big though. I see why they where they at though.
Oh yeah.
Run it down. I was gonna say Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign. I like that. I like them as a duo. Those Vulture tapes, those Vulture albums was fire to me.
Yeah, I had
And you
that.
got Drake. You got Drake and Party.
That was a pretty good album.
And
That
you
was a
got
pretty
who else a rapper singing duo?
rapper
You could
singer.
say Drake and Drake because Drake, he could be his own singer on his
Yeah,
songs, bro.
that's not a duo. That's one dude. That's one dude, bro. We talking duos.
Hold on, I'm
I know.
trying to think. I'm definitely trying.
Drake squared.
Man,
Nah. That's not a duo, bro. That's one dude.
that's crazy. I don't really know.
Drake and Rihanna.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ashanti and Ja Rule. Come on.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah,
Come
yeah. You
on.
get that's one too.
I had to think about that. Ja Rule did have some
Drake and
bangers.
Rihanna.
What was it? What was that song from back in the day, bro? Oh yeah, Nicki Minaj and Trey Songz. They had a collab with two. Drake and Trey Songz as well.
Not a Trey song. They not a dude. Drake and Nicki, those two rappers though.
Nah, Drake be singing though. He just
If you want to consider him a singer,
I don't know.
he a rapper that could I guess sing. He a rapper that could
Yeah.
sing.
That's
He
what
could
he
hold.
is a rapper. I think he's a rapper.
He a
He just
rapper, me though.
he just got into something that I think people really like still, and they can keep him running. So if you call him a singer, I get why, but I remember Drake being a rapper first. He
Mary
still
J.
had.
Blige, Method Man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
they don't got how many songs they got together.
But
They only got like one joint.
didn't Mary J. Blige sing with a rapper a lot? Or she had a song with different rappers. I'm trying to think because I was better than Mary J. Blige and Method Man.
They won a
They won.
Grammy on 3 songs.
Dang, that's crazy. Nah, that's big props. I gotta listen to these songs too.
Oh yeah, Chris Brown and Ace Hood. They had a song "Body to Body."
Yeah, but we talking about like a yeah, that's a good song. That is a good song. That is a good song. But I mean, like multiple, like at least 2 or 3 songs where you could call them a duo because
Ah,
they've been on an actual run with it. Like they on like a little song run. Like they made 2 or 3 songs, 3 to 5 songs. Let's say that.
truth be told, this type of thing hasn't really happened for almost like since the '90s, bro. Like it hasn't been too many times where rappers have collabed with singers as of late, bro. That was more of a common thing back in the early thousands, the '90s, and all that.
Oh yeah,
You got
definitely.
Jay Z and Beyonce. Forget about
Okay,
them.
yeah, yeah, you
I
can say
mean,
that.
but I guess that the throne,
It's still a
The
duo.
Throne.
Oh, it's still a
The
duo.
Throne.
yeah,
Who's the Throne?
they had a whole collab album that they released a couple years ago around COVID.
I ain't
I mean,
call
not the
that the
throne. Yeah,
Throne.
what's it called? Yeah, I think it was the throne, bro. Yeah,
They were just the Carters. The Throne. Watch the
Yeah, that was
Throne. That's
my.
Kanye and Jay Z. They were just the Carters.
because
Beyonce, Jay Z.
some of them joints was actually not bad.
They
And
don't
it was the
call.
first time I
They
heard
don't.
a Beyonce song that I like.
They don't call themselves that. Nah, she got a lot of.
Hey, Nelly
She
and
got
Kelly
mad
Rowland
songs.
only made one song together, right?
Yeah, that song was big though.
That joint was like that. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I can see them making more music just off that
Rapper
song.
singer, rapper singer duo. Trying to think who else.
It's almost Friday. Salt and Pepper Universal Music Group. Oh, Sue
Or
Universal.
Master.
Oh man, like we said, man, read the contracts, man. When y'all get into the music industry, Chance. Well, I don't like saying the cliche words, but it's the truth to it. Um, it's good that they still sue. You know, you want to get like right to stuff you worked for. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta be very careful in the beginning so you don't have to get to this point, in my opinion. But still, fight for what you feel like you need. But I know they probably worked years into their music and probably deserve way more than what they maybe getting. I don't know what their pockets look like. But I do hopefully wish they can get rights to their music. Having a master is important for today's artists. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because somebody uses it and it's your work, and you have like the rights to your work, like actual, I was LLC to your work, like in the masters play a big part because you need the music. I mean saying you need the music, but that's your music. That's the work you wrote down yourself. Like you genuinely, as a songwriter, have a song and you have it owned by Universal or Atlantic Records, you would feel some type of way because you're not getting that 100% that you put in back.
It's having a massive. Yeah, definitely more than ever.
Yeah, like, and especially you saying the AI, if somebody using it AI wise, you can make money off that just because somebody using your work. That's your work. Like, that's what matters the most. Again, you make money off it, but that's work you know you did yourself. And for having somebody to own it and you not being able to have that ownership of it, that's kind of like a terrible legacy. Like I would feel some type of way. I know other artists will feel some type of way about that. But again, that all goes back on, hey, how I sign these contracts, and hey, it's better off to maybe be an independent music artist right now if you want that 100% of everything that you work for.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I really think being independent, it should be the best way to start off because you're thinking, hey, I'm looking for a record deal. You can drop right on SoundCloud for free, for all I know, right now, and a million people will listen to you on SoundCloud. Trust me, I still will go on SoundCloud and listen to underground artists just because I remember how impactful SoundCloud was at a time.
It still is impactful, bro. I
Yeah,
mean, it blew up artists like Trippy Red.
Ski Mask,
To be honest, Playboy Cardi came. I think he came up off of
all of them. Yeah,
SoundCloud. That's how he got this
that
huge
was
following now. Because Playboy Cardi never really been heavy on social media like that for real that I know of.
yeah. I don't
Not
think so.
posting stuff like maybe going live sometimes, but
Right, yeah. See, that SoundCloud is so impactful. Like, it still is, but you know what I mean when all those artists like XXX came out, you had people like Wi-Fi's funeral, whatever who it was. I ain't listening to too many of them, but there was a lot of them just coming out the blue, and it was like, dang, SoundCloud, you could drop right on SoundCloud for free, and that's your music, that's your work. But you can go somewhere and sign that contract, and they own that song you put in work for. They own 50% of a cut, and didn't do nothing but just make you sign a paper maybe, and you didn't read it fully, and then you trap.
a God, a once a person. I was we were talking about this the other day, bro. It's like
Right.
I was telling our boy Kareem like looking to an entertainment lawyer, you know, because that's once you even have maybe one song that starts blowing up, like it's time to really get your business in order. Like get signed up for your royalties, look into copywriting your joints. If you start getting money off of it, you know what I'm saying. You got to do what you got to do to protect your interests because no one else is going to protect your stuff. You got to protect your own stuff.
Yeah, you ain't. It's facts. Ain't lying about that one, brother.
So how the creator has advice for his artists in this vid. We might as well get into the producer playbook.
Let's get it. Tyler had advice for artists in this vid.
Forefront of so much shit. And if any of you kids or adults or whoever, if you uploading shit on Spotify, if you are uploading anything on YouTube, if you are uploading anything on anything, I don't want you to worry about what the numbers are or any of that stuff. No, truly. And any opinions from folks who don't make things or whose intent is numbers or sales or whatever the fuck. I want you to protect yourself by truly only filtering what is important there. I see a lot of you young kids thinking that you might be failing or not doing your best because you're comparing yourself to someone else's numbers or anything, and don't worry about any of that stuff because that shit will block the next thing you make, and you never know who's watching or what that's going to do to the landscape of music, movies, cooking, sculpture, whatever the fuck you do. So I want y'all to stay creative. I hate hip-hop Twitter so fucking much because they do the same thing where they'll like post a photo of like, I don't know, Pookie Dookie, say that's a rapper, and then put a greater than sign.
That's real.
Man. That's why focus on your canvas. Only
Exactly.
your canvas, man. And he said it right there, folks. Focus on what you do. Like the numbers don't matter. Oh, your thoughts on the anxiety of artists worrying about streaming numbers. Okay, so I can let me say this. When I dropped, I was looking at numbers almost every day, probably every day. Every album I dropped, numbers, numbers,
Yeah,
numbers. And it hurt me so bad to keep on looking at my numbers because my numbers were high and then I see them go low and then you might see them go high again and then it just stays at a stagnant spot where you don't see any progress get any better because I'm looking at the numbers over and over. And instead of me looking at the numbers, I wasn't doing any promoting. So me watching this my numbers just stay the same and probably still stay the same hurt my feelings so much to the point where I'm like, let me stop looking at these numbers because that shouldn't even matter. I should be just enjoying me dropping music and just writing, and it almost it takes that looking at numbers will take the joy out of you trying to be an artist. That's why, like, when you drop stuff, it's okay to look at the numbers every once in a while, but the more you look at it, the more stress you add. And then the more stress you add, you wasting time on thinking about what you can't do instead of doing what you can do. And I feel like we're worried always about what we can't do because the numbers is hurting us.
right.
Yeah, that's real. It's definitely real. You always have the dilemma as an artist, though, just trying to, feeling like you got to beat the clock, feeling like you got to make the most out of a certain window. So you're going to look at your numbers and you're going to want your numbers to, you going to want the process to expedite. You going to want your numbers
Right.
to go up, but you just got to stay, excuse me, you just got to stay the course and just know, you know, constant progress is key, and just stay on it. Stay on it. You gotta be a workhorse about about your brand, your business, and your content, and whatever your art is. You gotta just stay on it. That's all I can say about that. But yeah, man, that was good, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. We got producer Playbook, man. Another edition, another day. Another dollar. Producer Playbook. Trips, ticks. Nah, ticks and trips. Tips and tricks on how to up your production and elevate your sound, enhance your overall, you know, music production skill set. So we're gonna get into it. Produce a playbook. We got a few vids for y'all, and then we just gonna talk about them. Let's get into it.
My man had the Porky Pig situation going over there. Deep, deep, deep.
Man, it's
That's
a
all.
tongue twister, bro. That's a Southside and Wheezy live cook up.
Mafia, that bitch.
That
Yeah,
was cool.
yeah, man. What I took from that is just energy, man. Just being there for your mans, hyping up your mans. Southside with the free dirt. Just being there for your mans, hyping up your mans. That's the biggest. That could be the biggest. Help, inspiration of all. Just being there, just being a hype man, collabing, working off each other. Can't beat that. You know, you had Southside in there, you had Weezy in there. It looked like Taurus was in there too. Old producer for like Gunna and Young Thug and DJ for Gunna. I think it was DJ Gunna's old DJ. He's just producing with Southside and rocking with them now. So that's dope, man. You see Weezy said 808 Mafia. You feel me? He wasn't even 808 Mafia at first, I don't think, technically, but now he down with them. That's cool to see how people just coming together.
Nah,
So
yeah.
that's a key thing to me. Just union, just coming together, just working together, collaboration. You can't beat that. So yeah, that's what I took from that vid. I don't know what y'all think.
Mm. Nah, but it was a lot of energy in there. You could just see everybody, well, two people, just flowing like. And I was listening to the beat mostly. Like I liked how you could hear
Yeah,
every
the beat was
instrument.
going
You
stupid.
don't, yeah, you don't hear everything like just over compounding the other instrument. You can hear the little sound of the bell, and then that little break part when it was like. I'm like I could hear that little sound repeating like nice and clear. But just both of them being inside the same studio and vibing like that, you know what I'm saying? One person with good energy and another person with good energy. So you see them bobbing their heads like back and forth, like they feeding off each other, bruh. And they feeding off each other to get better, obviously. And that's probably like they way getting better, just feeding off each other energy. They know every time they go in that room and make a beat, it's gonna sound amazing. Why? Because they feeding off each other positive energy.
What was
Definitely.
special?
Yeah.
What were the special elements in that production cook-up that y'all saw? Well, like I said, just the collaboration. Two, I say just the energy they had. You know, the beats. I could tell from the sound. It sounded like a Southside beat primarily, but it probably had some elements from like Weezy's production there too. That sounded like a Southside beat primarily though. It sounded like Weezy was just hyping them up. But
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
that's how it start, bro. Southside was probably like, "Hey, bro, pull up," and Weezy was just in there, catching the vibe, man.
But now Weezy might have laid something down on that because Weezy sounds be sounding similar too. He might have freaked some of them digital sounds. Like they beats be sounding similar in a lot of ways, but yeah. Yeah, just the sounds, just the collaboration of the sounds. You know, they sounds mesh well. So like Southside and Weezy, they sound mesh well. They like two like producers that got distinctive sounds, but a lot of their sounds, they got a lot of similarities in their, the sonics they use and the plugins and the bounce, everything just a lot of similarities. So that could have been a collab between the two of them. That could have been one of their beats and the other one just hyping the other one up. I don't know. But it was just a dope. That was just a dope, like, that was just a dope live to me. That was just a dope cook up, all in all. Just to give a little motivation, you know. Let y'all know, man, collaboration is key, man. Don't be afraid to work together. That's one thing I could say the producers might have even over the artists. The spirit of collaboration. Artists are collab too, but these artists like the beef and all that. What sauce would y'all add on to that session as producers? What sauce? Oh, what I add on to that? I say, hmm, that beat sound dope. How it is. I don't know. Maybe add some keys. Maybe add like a switch up. I like to have like transitions in my beat. So I might like put like a switch up effect in there, like a little bridge in there, maybe a drum switch up. Something to just give it like a change up from that original um, repetitive like vibe, melody. I just put a switch up.
So,
That's probably what I do. Yeah.
what would I add on to that session? Hmm. I like to do. I kind of draw notes from Pierre Bourne. So I every 4 to 8 bars I alternate by stacking the kick drum on top of the 808. you know, and my signature sound is like the glass breaking, you know, the glass breaking sound like Pierre Bourne uses too. So probably that.
Okay then.
What you think, Zoe? I mean, I know you primarily an artist, but what, from your perspective, what would you like add to that?
I wouldn't. Only thing I probably would have added, I give one acapella moment where I give it a breakdown. So take the bass off, take the drum off, and just have that sound of the bell and the chorus going on. And then go right back into the whole bass. So I'm going to build that bass back up gradually, and then hit the boom drums. So I have at least, how would I say, at least 3 bars inside that song where it's everything silent with that chorus, and then go back into it dropping boom, 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 boom. But give it that Undertaker moment where you hear that bell just ringing and got the
Yeah, I
chorus.
like that. I
Yeah,
like that. Add some reverb on there, make the beat sound like it's underwater.
yeah. Just give
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you can just hear me speak real quick, and then we back into like all this collision and chaos.
Exactly. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Collision and chaos. Interesting.
Yeah. Tupac,
Yeah,
hell
man,
man.
Tupac album. Yeah, it got that sound. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Do do do. Come with me, hell man. Stay tuned for producer.
So we in produce playbook right now, but yeah, we got another clip. Or is that it? That's it. We can go ahead and close it out.
Shoot.
Hey, Crip, did you send something in for playbook?
Now I just sent a couple of joints for in the streets.
Okay. Well, all right then, man. We're gonna go ahead and close it out. We're gonna close it out then, man. It was a good one, man.
Nah, I appreciate
Yeah.
y'all for real. Now I hope to
No
do
doubt.
this again, maybe sooner or later. For real.
No, for
Yes, sir.
sure, man.
And appreciate the supporters and all y'all just taking that time just to even set this up for me. I don't want to be too long, but I really do appreciate that. I won't forget this, and I hope again we see each other again.
Oh, we will.
No,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure.
You know, I'm gonna see you again.
Nah, you funny, bro. I'm gonna see you
Zoe,
again.
we family.
Zoe, we gonna lock in because I'm gonna get back on my production heavy
Nah, definitely,
soon.
man.
So yeah, we definitely
Definitely.
gonna lock back in.
Yeah, whether it's upstate or down, the DMV, bro, we can make something work for real.
All right, definitely.
Nah,
Yes,
for
sir.
real.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna plan something.
Nah, for real. That's gonna be
Make
cool.
something happen. Definitely. But yeah, man. Love y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on notifications, man. Join us next time. Stay tuned for that broadcast beats anything goes, man. We bringing that in. It's a spinoff. So just an overall, just a bug out reality based, content based show. But we just gonna be a little more loose, and we just gonna have fun in the realm of music and beats, you know, and just showing y'all our lifestyle. And yeah, we're gonna bring broadcast beats back in another week or so as well. So stay tuned for that, man. Love y'all, and we out.
Peace.